Pachow, and we've returned once more. Welcome. All right, so score idea.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it too.
Let's rough some people up.
So do I, assuming the Hive has a job that sounds that way, and we can do.
Yeah.
Well,
So I don't know where our crew advancement happened. Did it happen after we get rep or before we get rep?
We still have to pay
when did that happen?
We still have to
you
pay the
haven't
money.
gone to tier 2 yet because you have to pay the money.
Yeah, we have to pay the money before we do.
Okay, so I'll spend. Oh,
We're currently on holding, basically.
okay. So I'm going to spend a rep then. I'm going to go consort with the Hive.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we are going to talk how to start monopolizing the drug trade a little bit more effectively.
Yeah, this actually lines up perfectly with some stuff I have going on in the background. So, yeah. You can meet up with your contact at the Hive. His name I always forget.
Likewise.
Ashlyn.
Ashlyn.
All right, technically we are now at rep 0 of 12 for the advance. So
Okay.
we just gotta dish in some cash.
Good old Ashlyn with her glasses and her notes.
Yeah, and I think she has you meet her at it's like a nicer restaurant in what is the name of the district? It's probably in Charter Hall somewhere.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just like a moderately nice, think like mob-owned Italian restaurant kind of vibes.
Yeah, like definitely the type of place that Rubik's likes to eat at. It's great.
Yeah, where everybody knows your name but pretends they don't.
Yeah. And blue coats are nowhere in sight.
I mean, there are blue coats here, but they're all the corrupt ones, right?
Where
Yeah.
everybody knows your name but pretends that they don't. Fantastic.
And yeah, in this case, it's like there's like a private room in the back that y'all get to go and like eat at. And yeah, she has them like bring out food and everything, and get to actually like have a nice little meat.
Okay.
Delicious mushrooms.
Yeah, some canned eels or something, some pickled eels, stuff like that.
Pickled eels,
Delicious.
so good.
Yeah.
And you know, like midway through the meal or whatever, y'all can start like talking actual shop with her.
Yeah. So, like, Rubik's calls for, like, a nice glass of wine and goes, Ashlyn, I do appreciate the level of work that we can do together. However, I believe that your business could use a little bit more individualism when it comes to the drug trade.
She like quirks an eyebrow. Well, we're hardly involved in that.
Oh, I know. But I'd like to offer our services to further this empire.
Well, there is a particular thorn in my side as the agent responsible for Crowsfoot. Our mutual friends, the Red Sashes, continue to be a problem. Not cooperative.
Do they now?
And they've taken it upon themselves to open new supply lines into the city, develop new ways for people to waste their lives away and all their money while they're at it.
Well, all your money, rather.
Precisely.
So, would you like us to go find the ways that they are inventing and shut them down? Is that the hint I am hearing?
Well, you see, Rubix, this is all something that could have been prevented, and that indeed we tried to prevent previously, as you may recall, in Tangletown. A certain task that was entrusted to you. Now, if you are able to clean up this mess that you have left, finally, I feel that could mend fences between us. It'd be quite lovely. And in light of your past services and continued utility, we have chosen not to completely disown you. And I believe that there is still time for you all to turn into a very valuable asset to us.
Oh, I do believe so as well. However, we are in the beginning stages of, how should I put it, digging our claws into this fine city of Duskval. And we could use some financial support. A very lucrative deal for the pair of us. Consider it a investment in your part.
Well, and she adjusts her glasses. I imagine that you all are interested in, well, you've practically been driven out of Crowsfoot lately, and I would love to see you come back in. And the thing that stands in the way of that is the sashes. And so if you can whittle them down, or at least begin to, and you can show progress in that front, then we will back you as you continue your play against them, with the ultimate goal of eliminating them completely.
A faction like the Red Sashes would be, I think, within our abilities.
Oh, they're much too big for you right now, but with our support, this could be possible. And
let me discuss with a group of colleagues of mine, and we'll find something to disrupt.
just show me anything, Rubix, any sign of progress in delaying their operations, disrupting the flow of their new drug, sunlight they call it, something like that. Show me something, just tiniest bit, and that will be enough for me to get those above me in the organization to support your work. But already I'm hearing rumors of the Sashes overreaching, stepping outside of Crowsfoot. So I feel like now is an excellent time for you.
Yes, I think so as well.
Let's show them what happens when they put their hand too close to the fire.
This new one, I like him.
I do. Pardon?
And she's like, where'd you find him? And she's like giving Song this like long appraising look.
I keep those things to myself. I don't want the Hive to take all the good people.
I'm notably absent from this entire meeting. Just because,
oh, are you?
Okay.
We now realize.
just because there's no way Thorn would be in a fancy restaurant like ever.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and so she just says, well, trade secrets, fair enough. I have my own ways of finding out who you are and where you come from, and she says this all while looking at Song directly, if I need to. And then she like goes back to She has like some kind of pasta dish in front of her.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna go. I assume the scene ends.
Yep.
Rubik's goes and consults the finer threads of his network and finds some wonderful information.
Yeah, so maybe like she picks up the bill or whatever, but as is her custom, like slides a little envelope across to you, and it's like a little dossier to help you get started. And between that and your networks and everything, yeah, you're able to get well set up for this coming job.
Fantastic. Cool.
Yeah, do you want to like ask some questions now, or do we want to just say like you get an extra die to your engagement roll?
So I automatically get an engagement or an extra die. So if you wanted to make it a +2, I will accept that deal.
No, I think ask me some questions then.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, that's what I'm.
Then we can start narrowing down like what you're actually
what we're gonna do.
Practically going to be doing against the sashes.
Okay, so. Okay, so the first question I'm going to ask is how can I get them to reveal their stash of sunlight? That just sounds wonderful to say.
I have a little stash of sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ashlyn had mentioned that they're expanding beyond Crow's Foot, and so that creates an inherent vulnerability because they have to move supply around.
Yeah.
So you could wait for their dealers. You'd want to like find out who their dealers are, and then wait for them to re-up, and that can give you the whole supply chain if you just follow the right people around.
Okay. What should I look out for? In regards to the Red Sashes expansion.
Yeah, I think it's clear that they can't have done this entirely alone, and so you want to be on the lookout for like who they're working with.
Yeah.
Because Duskfall is a very political place, and you don't want to start 2 wars instead of just one. If you get my meaning, yeah.
So do I know who is backing them at this point, or do I just know that there are other factions in play besides the Red Sashes?
I don't think you know who's backing them, but you know who they are using as an intermediary. It's like you can see who's under them, but not who's over them, right?
Okay.
Let me just consult my list here and find a
I just had the best mental image of these two things happening simultaneously, where it's like this meeting is happening with like glasses wearing studious, Akarosi, Hive, Ashlyn. And it's cut between you guys asking questions about this job and the Satara thing that's going on in the basement at the same time.
Everyone's appealing to their higher ups for help.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just it suddenly occurred to me that the idea of like her sitting behind a desk like dictating the Hive's doings is like very demony.
A large criminal organization is not unlike a many tentacled sea monster. And so yeah, you hear some rumors and hints that the Foghounds, who y'all have run into at various points, are working with them. And maybe also the Billhooks.
Okay.
So the Foghounds were around for a couple of jobs that you guys pulled. Like you ended up
when we got the Kotar artifact, the Foghounds were smuggling the woman.
We're working with what's her name, who you scared the shit out of and then killed by accident as Birch. Odrian. Yeah, so she had hired the Foghounds to help her with some of her stuff, and it seems that all the while they also had a relationship with the Sashes.
I kill a lot of people.
You know, you guys' kill count has like extended beyond Rubix's, and that's something to be scared of.
I mean, Thorn's not super high in the kill count.
Thorn's more about impact than quantity.
Yeah.
I seem to recall during that warehouse job, though, like people were flayed whilst still alive.
Sure, but like you could attribute that to the cohort, I think.
They're functionally you. They're an
guess.
extension of you.
Yeah, I guess.
You
So
make them the way that they are.
Let's get a job and an engagement role.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
We've got
Justin, 2 questions.
Sorry?
Justin, 2 questions.
Yeah.
Nope, that's fair. All right. Doing that engagement role.
What are we doing for job?
So,
Assault.
Assault. Yeah. So
Point of attack.
point of attack is going to be one of the dealer's distribution points.
yeah, the stash house.
Yeah.
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 It's not the stash house because I think that is way more guarded than we can deal with right now.
Oh, you just want to like take some corners?
Yeah, this is like cool. We found you. We found out who you guys are. Now stop peddling drugs in our territory.
Okay, so this is going to be somewhere in Crowsfoot,
Yeah.
and you're just going to like.
We
Take
are
out-
going to remove their influence forcibly and then forcibly get the information to where exactly this stash is or this warehouse that they're moving drugs out of.
Yeah. So you're going to take out some low-level people in the hopes that you can follow the chain back up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm into this plan.
Because honestly, I don't think that we would have enough information to be like, yeah, we can just straight up fight this entire warehouse.
No, that would probably end poorly.
Yeah.
Okay. So the street level distribution is being run by the bill hooks.
Okay.
And yeah, the bill hooks are they're working out of, let's see, we're on the Crowsfoot map, right? Yeah, okay. Kind of like towards the bottom of the map here. Let's just mark a spot here. Like, so their like HQ is a butcher's, and it's known they're a long-standing organization. I think they have like a butcher shop in Char Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The bill hooks, yeah.
Somewhere. That's where they're like based out of, but their crew has like funneled out into Crowsfoot to operate the kind of day-to-day drug distribution stuff because the sashes kind of want to float above that. So this is not especially relevant, but yeah, they've taken like every single street corner in the rest of the district is controlled by the sashes. So if y'all just want to like step out of your territory, at all, you're going to be bumping into these people.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
anywhere you want to take it to them, it's totally up to you. But like the whole,
I would say within territory first, like
Yeah.
exercise what we have influence over the most.
Like take our own corners and then worry about theirs.
okay, yeah, I see. Cool. Yep. So this will be on your own turf.
Yeah.
Great. Y'all get like a bonus for doing that, don't you? Potentially.
Bonus downtime action we each get to prepare for the job.
Yeah. So free downtime action for each
Oh.
player, I guess.
Jeez. Okay.
That has to relate to the job in some way.
Well, I got something, but it's a bit of a stretch.
What's that?
Oh, I was going to work on your clock again because
Yeah.
Imperial Army is
Yeah,
around
it's a bit
here.
of a stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But they're
I see-
they're not in your district.
Okay.
Thorn is gonna learn about something that she can do now that she couldn't do before.
What's that?
Secrete drown powder from her pores and exhale it as a vapor.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically my downtime action. Like, oh shit, I said I wanted something. This is not what I expected.
Are you like training or something then? Or
Yeah, I guess we can call it training.
because yeah, you don't need to like take an action to.
I mean, I know, but it's one of those things where it's like establishment of like, oh, I know about this thing I can do, you know? Narratively.
Okay.
I'm gonna train my prowess.
I'll train insight, I guess.
So everyone just like spend some time working out before going and messing up some drug dealers. Okay.
Yeah. Get into the zone. So what are our dice right now? Because we get 1 for luck, 2 for the bonus roll. I think we get another die if it's on our turf, or what's the deal there?
Are we talking about
Yeah.
engagement roll stuff?
Yeah.
So is it so you get 1 die for sheer luck?
Yep.
Is the operation particularly bold or daring?
Yeah, we're
It's bold.
removing it's
We're like punching some low-level guys in the organization, though. That's my. That's my.
it's a pretty open operation for what we have been doing as of late. Like we've been quiet for weeks, and now we suddenly explode out into the streets and start a gang fight.
I think if you want to expand the scope of the job, it could be more bold.
Okay, no, if that doesn't work, that doesn't work.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm kind of with Sean on this one. I don't feel like it's especially, or if you're just like,
Fair enough.
these bill hooks are taking over, fuck those guys. We're gonna go like hit them where they live, and you just go and like raid their HQ and kill their bosses.
Yeah.
That would be bold. What we're doing here is just like
It's a bold plan,
pretty
Cotton.
standard
Let's see if
performance stuff. Yeah.
yeah, we're you're right. It's not particularly bold.
No, that's fair.
So, does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
I mean, it's definitely not hitting them where they're strongest. It's on the streets in our territory.
Yeah, so how much influence do they have here? They're kind of outnumbered here, wouldn't you?
Yeah, they're overreaching, I think, is what Ashlyn had said. So.
Okay. So 3.
We are the hand that slaps them away from, the...
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
I have a friend who might be able to help us.
Nope.
Who would that be?
Um,
Who do you know that might know about the Red Sashes and their drug operation?
the vampire who we are now friends with. Jedwin?
Yes. Excellent. I'm happy for you to get her involved. This will be great. She does need people to eat.
Okay.
So she's a crew contact. So yeah, like she's a very appropriate kind of NPC to be helping you out.
Okay.
So that's an extra die there. We're hitting them where they're vulnerable, and we get the 1 die to start. So we're at 3 dice.
And then weaving the web for 4.
Okay. And they are a higher tier target because they're a tier 2 organization. So you're back down to 3 dice. But 3 dice is still very good.
Okay, so 3 dice. We're going to summon Satan on this and get 666s.
Triple ones. I'm calling you now trip ones. Oh, not trip ones, but trip fails.
Why do you have to say that?
So you know what happens when we roll more than 3 dice in this game?
Remember, guys, there's a 50% chance with every dice roll that you will succeed.
A single die roll, there's a 50% chance of success.
Yep.
I always feel a need to call back to that, John. Damn it, John.
1, 2, 3, engage. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so y'all are like, yeah, we're gonna take some corners. We're gonna go rough these guys up. And it's you and the cohort of rooks doing this.
Yeah, sure.
And your friend Jedwin the vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I go find Jedwin and I'm like, I know some people you could kill.
Yeah, and she's into that.
Bill Hook 1, Bill Hook 2.
She's not a cohort, so she's not gonna like
Put herself in any danger.
them, but
Sure,
she will
but
be
she's a
around.
person who might know things.
modify things. And yeah,
At
she
the
was
very least, she might know stuff.
she was directly involved. She'll be more useful in the like later stages when you're going up the ladder because she was actually involved in the like bringing in of the stuff and the manufacturing of the stuff.
Yeah.
Because she was part of that initial like failed job to deal with this problem. So, but yeah, she'll come along and eat people.
I love
This
that.
will
That's
off
my
your back.
favorite. That's my favorite thing for people to do.
Hey, if it gets rid of bodies, I'm all right with it.
And in fact, I think what I need to do is just have a clock for Jedwin all the time, which is just we'll change Jedwin's hunt to be Jedwin's hunger.
I have a question.
And we'll start it at 3.
You have a question? What's your
Let her
question?
eat people. It'll go down. What's up?
The apology. What is that? Is it something we know about? Is it something I've forgotten about?
Who? Oh, yeah. That's for Ivan.
Yeah, that's for Ivan versus the cohorts.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
There's a link. Between...
Question. Oh, yes. Question answered.
Yeah.
And Wester.
That's Birch's clock.
Wester is a Birch thing,
Okay.
but
Cool.
he's that like crazy red sash dude who's a huge badass.
Yeah.
Who
The
Birch
second,
tried
the
to
second
fight.
in command.
Yeah,
Cool.
and he's some kind of whisper or demon or
Something.
and he can like possess people.
Yeah,
he's
I remember him now.
basically.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, that was game number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the first job of season 2. So, yeah.
Cool. Let's do the thing.
So the bill hooks and their drug dealing operation, which is happening in your territory. It seems that they are focusing a lot of their resources here. And I think it's just kind of like just bad luck that on this particular day when you set out to go and beat the shit out of a bunch of them and drive them out of your turf, a bunch of their toughs are like rolling through your turf
Okay.
as well. So there are more of them here than you expected, and they have this like a bunch of them have these massive like really mean looking dogs, which they call death dogs.
Wonderful.
Thanks John Harper for making death dogs a thing.
Death dogs. My question is, can death dogs drown? If so, no problem.
Yeah,
we'll find out.
A large gang of bloodthirsty butchers, a pack of death dogs. These are notable assets for the bill hooks.
Cool.
And so both of those are on display at the moment. It's all these people who are, like a lot of them carrying around meat cleavers and other like meat hooks and stuff. There's a lot of like that's kind of their theme. Or they'll wear like
Oh, damn. Cleavers and stuff.
That kind of vibe going. And they're known for having like animal fighting pits, but also owning like slaughterhouses and stockyards and stuff like that. Yeah, they got some cleavers like that going on. Well used, and they kind of have this like bloodied aesthetic where like everyone is wearing something that is bloodstained, whether it's like a white like scarf that's all bloodstained or like a leather apron with bloodstains on it, stuff like that.
I didn't even have to get up. Didn't even have to get up from my chair to get that. By the way,
I know.
Literally didn't.
A total weirdo.
Yeah. Thank you.
And so, yeah, you like just kind of like stumble into this in the streets a little bit. Like it's just not quite what you expect to find.
Sort of like we are expecting to ambush some dealer on the corner, and there's like 6 guys.
Yeah, and it's like they've showed up in like a wagon or something.
I
like,
think it's even
like
better than that. I think we've successfully mugged one person, like brought him down.
Yeah, you're
and
already
then
midway
they
through.
came and saw this.
Oh yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
where everything
I'm
has
into that.
gone
They've like
wrong.
caught you red-handed in the midst of beating up some like lower level people.
Yeah,
Load.
some like skinny, broken nosed like billhook dealer.
Yeah,
And
and they're like small. It's like a crew of like 3 people running this corner, and you're like taking them out. But then this cart comes around.
yeah, like 2 of them are down. Song's just beating one of them, and Rubik is like asking questions while these guys roll up.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's like a dozen of them if you count the dogs, which we will for the purposes of their gang size.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Um, and what do y'all want to do?
Determine our load. I'm medium
Heavy.
or normal, rather.
Normal for me too.
Great.
Even Thorn has brought
Even Thorn
some
is-
gear.
Loaded for bear, huh?
Well, people said we're gonna beat up people, so if our main goal is to beat up people, she probably got some stuff.
And Jedwin has already like faded into the shadows somewhere, but essentially amidst all this violence, she's going to find a couple people to eat. And so her hunger track will go down. And if you want to have flashbacks that involve her and stuff, that's fine too.
Okay.
So these guys pull up in this like cart. Do they like jump out and like?
Yeah,
come
they're
over?
like pouring out of it into the street.
Yeah,
letting-
they have the jump on us.
So I have 2 options, ladies, gentlemen, everyone. I can either create a storm and just like lightning bolts, you know,
Yep.
or I can just exhale a fog of drown powder in their general direction.
Well, let's start with A and then go to B.
Yes,
I
I
only-
like the Azula angle.
I only have a certain amount of stress. Keep that in mind because I've used a lot of it summoning Satara. And
Oh
shit.
yeah, then maybe we see what else we can do first.
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
also speaking of which, I need to.
Mark up the eyes in the deep.
Yeah.
So these are things I can do. Theoretically.
I want to do a flashback.
Great.
While I
Immediately into a flashback.
while I am beating the tar out of this billhook, like slapping him with the flat of my dagger. I want to basically figure out who he's working for, like who, like of this gang that's just arrived. Like I want to know who's important in it. I guess.
Okay, so you're already being like, "Who do you work for?" And like,
Yeah.
beating them the left and the rights.
Yeah, because our
Okay.
goal is to go up the ladder. So
Yeah, well, we'll call this.
Command?
I mean,
yeah, it's definitely a command.
roll whatever you like, but this is definitely in terms of like the stress for the flashback. We'll call it a stress flashback. It's not
Could I do?
a
Could we
what-
do
a
a
one
group
stress
action? And
flashback?
I'll. Oh,
a one stress flashback.
Okay.
Yes.
cool.
And yes, you're all there. This is like moments before.
Yeah. And Sean, do you want to make this a group action, and I'll help you with my command as well? Or
can
do you
just
have?
spend the stress to help me?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take that. And then Devil's Bargains. Anybody? This gang of dudes shows up now.
No. So we don't get far enough into interrogating him and beating him down that he's still able to fight
Yeah. and
after
actually,
we're
that-
done this flashback.
Oh, he's like, or he's like stronger than like we had anticipated. And
not
so-
stronger. Like he's able to fight still. Like we
Yeah.
didn't lay him low like the other 2.
Yeah, so it's basically that this gang of people is bigger than initially narrated, right? Because
Yeah.
you're this guy getting up in your business as well.
Yeah.
And there's going to be
Um,
more clear and present danger to Song specifically once the fighting breaks out, because you'll have this combatant,
Yeah.
right there with
Like
you.
in my hand.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll take it.
Yeah, I think that's a good devil's bargain.
All right. So I'm gonna roll 2 dice on my amazing command. What is my position here in this flashback? I guess it sounds risky.
Probably. I mean, everything that happens after the engagement roll is definitely in Desperate Town.
I guess.
But we'll put this one at risky standard.
Okay. Yeah, I know we're in Desperate for like.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to evaluate. Like, was it Desperate this whole time? Or?
What a merciful God we have.
Two dice.
Andrew is a deity that I would choose to follow, but also consider the deities that I choose to follow tend to be unholy demons and like horrible Faustian bargain making machines.
It's not a compliment. I get it. What was your intent here?
My intent was to basically get to know from what he said who we need to focus on in this group that's just shown up.
Of these people now.
Yeah.
Who do you directly work for? Not we work for the Sashes.
To help us out in this desperate situation we have found ourselves in. I previously managed to glean some information.
Who do you work for? Yeah, Steve! Okay. Steve's the strong one.
Not Steve Stevenson.
No.
I'm trying to decide how important of a person they have sent to you. Because I have names for the top people.
I mean, would it be the top people? I mean...
Yeah, maybe...
The butcher.
Who is one of the she's a higher up in the organization. She was here doing an inspection basically.
Okay.
Last show of force, so it was important that someone important be here. And so yeah, she's here.
Okay.
So this guy stammers out Aaron's been running the crew, or this operate the drug dealing thing has been under Aaron's purview.
Okay. Cool. That's my.
He pulls that, and you're gonna be real sorry when she shows up and hearts.
Yeah.
Around the corner, and it's pulled by one of those giant goat things.
Sure.
And it's full of these massive wolf-sized dogs that they use for fighting pits and stuff.
Oh god. Okay, yeah, so we've got the info on who is the leader of the group at least.
Yeah. And you've heard of Erin before, and you kind of know generally what she would look like, and what her deal is. And basically the billhooks are the leader of the organization, Tarvel, he's serving life in prison in Ironhook. And he's running his operation through his two kids, through his sister and his son. So Erin is his sister. She's older, maybe late 40s.
Oh, okay.
Tarvel's in his 50s, and then Tarvel's son Corin is much younger.
Sweet deal.
Also involved in actually keeping things running, but yeah. So yeah, and there is this stern, older looking Akarosi woman who's still totally kitted out to fight, and she's got proper armor on, and has a brace of pistols, and, she's actually well armed and equipped. The rest of them are in more streetwear, and it's a bit more about being intimidating rather than just whereas with her she's just I'm actually gonna not get murdered because I'm important. And so you see her stepping out of the wagon along with 12 minions.
Yeah, okay, that's my go. If anyone.
Yeah, and we come back to reality as this guy that you were interrogating is taking a swing at you and trying to get to his feet.
All right.
So what do you all want to do?
I guess I'm gonna desperately skirmish with him.
Great.
Yep.
Sounds wonderful.
I'd like to help you.
Do I get my dot and skirmish right now, or because I just advanced my prowess? If this is,
you'll get it after this roll.
After this roll, okay.
So I would like to help you, but I need to preserve my stress in case I need to summon giant thunderstorm. Fuck shit up.
That's fine.
And yeah, Sean, the reason you don't get it right away is because the rule says when you roll a desperate.
That's good to know. I'm fine with that.
Or at least that's my interpretation of it. And that's fine.
So desperate, what's my effect here?
I mean, it's going to be standard effect.
Okay.
You have like, do you have any like good quality weapons or anything like that would bump you up?
No, I just have regular weapons. So.
And are you like sticking a knife in this guy, or are you just punching him? What's your level of lethality?
I think I just want to knock him out for the time being.
Yeah.
I have bigger fish to kill.
Full desperate standard. He is but a man after all.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he's a man who is holding a knife that you didn't know about in his boot.
Oh.
And so, he like feeds you a couple punches just to like get some space.
Yeah.
And then as he's getting to his feet, he pulls the knife out of his boot and just like rams it into your guts.
Oof.
And so I think you're able to like then like crack him across the chin and knock him out, but you're going to take the level 3 harm stabbed in the guts.
Cool. Well,
actually, you know what? Level 3 harm punctured lung would be a good. It's good.
What is my level 2 harm that my armor protects me with? Get me.
Oh yeah, broken rib.
Broken rib. Okay.
Yeah. What about your level 1 harm that resisting the level 2 harm?
There is that option.
There is that option.
Because, and sorry to be clear, you didn't. Are you taking heavy armor or regular armor?
Regular armor. I don't have the load for heavy armor.
Great. Well then, yeah, you can go down to level 2 harm.
Okay. Yeah, I think I kind of want to save my stress, so I'm just going to take the level 2 harm.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
His blade like bends as he tries to drive it into your ribs, and it hits your armor. And it ends up just like you hear this like crunch as like 1 or 2 of your ribs get broken. But yeah, this would have just gone like right into your torso, like right about here. So,
yeah,
you're lucky to have that.
I think after that, Song just like slams his head into the pavement, knocking him out.
Yeah, like he gets a little like he's like taken aback because his knife doesn't go in, and he like hesitates for a moment, and then you just like smash his head. Yeah, so he's knocked out. Does anyone else have anything they want to get up to?
How close are these wagon departing individuals from me?
You could shoot a pistol at them.
But I could not stab them with a knife.
But you would not have time to reload it and shoot them again.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you cannot reload and shoot your knife, Elf.
Okay.
And you certainly can't reload and shoot your knife.
That's good to know.
Yeah, so they're like...
So they are within distance of the lightning bolt maneuver.
Absolutely. And before your next thing, they will be in punching and kicking distance, and the dogs will be ahead of them.
You know what I'm going to do instead? I am going to run forward towards them, just like crouch dead sprint towards them, and stop and just breathe a wave of drown powder into the air, because they're far enough away that it shouldn't affect my friends if I can close the distance. And if I just some drown powder into the air.
So to be clear, you are running at a gang of 12 heavily armed, like murderous bastards.
Yes.
I just want to be clear here.
I would like to state for the record that Thorn is unstable, and there's another thing that she is, but it's bad.
I'm just letting you know what the consequences of your action might be.
Thorn is obsessed and unstable. So she's like, I have a power to drown people. I'm going to drown these people.
Okay, and so what action are you rolling in order to achieve this?
How do you breathe? Like,
what do you mean, how do I breathe?
Like, how do you breathe the poison? Like, how does that... What role would that even be?
I mean, the poison is an effect on its own. It's getting there that's going to be the issue. Like, exhaling the gas into the air is just a thing that happens. It cost me a stress. But...
is this like a feat of athleticism to pull this off? Is this about doing this in a like deft or sneaky way?
I'm trying to think. The thing is, I have no stats in like anything. So
I mean, it's just a matter of color then. Which one do you feel
we'll
for?
go Prowl. We're just gonna go like she basically is like as low to the ground as she can get, just running. You know, like forward
Okay, yeah,
quickly.
this is about being fast and yeah, okay, cool.
I need assistance, team. If you have
I will
assistance.
spend 1 stress to help.
This is a desperate, limited
Of course it is, yeah.
prowl roll.
Can you take multiple people's stress or just the one?
I think just 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I take anything else to my roll that would help?
You can push yourself or get a devil's bargain.
Already pushed herself to do the effect.
Right, so you can't push yourself.
I paid a stress, yeah, to do the powder. Devil's bargain?
Oh.
Well, you're running straight towards the dogs, so that might make things awkward the next time you act.
Yeah, but it's fine. I got a cloud of horrible poison around me.
I mean, the obvious devil's bargain to me is that the gang of murderous bastards, the dozen of them, identifies you as their foremost threat and acts accordingly.
That's reasonable.
That's rough.
That's reasonable. Sure.
They're like, they have some kind of weird
5.
gas-breathing freak. We should deal with this.
5 is what I've got.
Did you take the devil's bargain?
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, so you run up and you like off gas a bunch of drown powder. And like the first guy who runs up and tries to stab you, like gets a face full of it and like falls over. But then one of the dogs gets you. And then the other dog gets you. And then one of the guys with a meat hook gets you.
Oh no.
So like you're fucking dead and you can roll to resist.
I've got to.
Is what's up.
I've got to roll to resist.
You're gonna take level 4 harm, torn to pieces.
Level 4 harm, you're fucking dead.
And just to like present my logic here, it is a tier 2 organization protecting one of their captains, and they are 2 size categories larger than you.
I understand, and I fully, accept that. What I am also going to posit, though, is that with drown powder in the air, there will be more than one person that gets incapacitated by it. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking about something they would have to breathe to get to me.
The dogs will get all fucked up, but it, like, while it's rapidly chewing on it will, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna resist.
Tastes pretty toxic.
I am just gonna resist with pure fucking crazy resolve. Just, like, stuff hits me, but I am the indestructible eggshell of Satara's gift. She'll protect me.
Yeah, you're just like, you go outside your body so that you don't feel the pain.
She'll protect me, it's fine.
Oh my god.
Great.
4.
Okay, so you can bump it down to level 3 harm.
And then my armor will take another one to level 2 harm.
It's level 2 harm. Torn nearly to shreds.
Torn nearly to shreds. We're good. So I've got one stress left, team. Just saying, there's not a lot I can do now.
And just so everyone else knows, the context that they are witnessing, it is that Thorn has been set upon by like 5 combatants, and you just hear like screaming and tearing sounds and trashing. Like there's like
I fully accepted that one day she was just going to snap and die.
This was a thing.
That is just one of those days, and I might as well take advantage of it. So I'm going to start shooting people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to specifically start shooting the people currently stabbing Thorn.
What you shooting them with?
My palm pistol. Because that is a very fast and easy thing to draw.
Right, so just like without even thinking about it, he's flicked it out into his hand.
Like, flicked it out like as they're approaching her. I was like, okay, I got time to aim and figure out, and she ran out. Okay. Cool, start shooting.
Okay.
So it's like close range shooting because I don't imagine that distance is far.
No, yeah. What are you rolling here?
Skirmish?
Cool.
Because it's close range.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I'm not trying to do a sniper shot, so
I may have made a mistake.
oh, just a small one.
It's okay. I'm gonna flame out real good.
So, desperate standard effect. Well, no, still limited. It's a huge gang of dudes, and you're
Okay.
you're one dude. If you were not to be trifled with, that would be
kind of regretting that now, but that's fine.
I wish I were not to be trifled with.
The inverse is, of course, implied that anyone who doesn't have that move is to be trifled with.
I'm feeling very trifled.
I don't even want to ask for a devil's bargain at this point because I'm scared of what it's going to be.
We've seen what happens when devil's bargains get thrown around.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm the foremost threat.
I'm gonna shot call for Rubik's
Okay, cool.
and spend one stress.
To like help out.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
let's hope for some luck here.
5.
5. I do it, but something horrible happens.
I rolled a 5.
Not quite.
But I wasn't spraying supernatural crap all over the place.
Yeah, so you're like taking the time to like level your pistol at one of these people, and like, you know, it's really chaotic. So there's this like moment where you have to like line up the shot, and you fire, and then realize that in the process of like doing all of that, you have left yourself open to attack from some of the other people who are like flanking around.
Okay.
And so there's one guy who has like a pole arm. Basically, it's just like a long, like maybe it was a boat hook once upon a day, but they've like lashed a cleaver thing onto the end of it as well.
Okay.
Just like kind of out of the corner of your vision, you see this thing like swinging in, and he just like gets you in the side with this huge cleaver hook thing.
Okay.
On a big long pole. So you're going to take, I guess it's got to be level 3 harm. Yeah, just like hacked with a pole arm.
Okay, cool. And explain how heavy armor works for me. Do I click the armor and the heavy armor, or is it just click the...
Heavy armor takes 5 slots in your inventory.
5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes 5. It's the 2 for armor plus another 3 to make it heavy.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, then it looks weird on my thing.
The sheets are from an older version.
Yeah, they're from an older version.
No, that's fair.
And basically, like, heavy armor has 2 charges, and like I will reduce the harm. I would like let you reduce the harm by much more when you use heavy armor to reduce.
I get. You know what? I was planning for this. Like, things were going to go wrong at some point, and Rubik's is done getting stabbed, so I will use the heavy armor.
Cool.
Yeah. And
so if you spend a charge from your armor, you can reduce it to level 1 harm.
Okay. And quick question, and this is just a rules question, because we are brawlers, or not brawlers, bravos. We have something for our inventory on assault jobs, right? Or am I misthinking that?
Yeah, so we switched your rigging from shadow rigging to Bravos rigging.
2 weapons.
Yeah, it lets you take 2
weapons.
2 space.
2 slots.
Weapons.
Yeah, 2 slots.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure that is the case. Cool. So I'll do that, and then I'm going to resist. I guess I will resist the last bit of harm unless it goes straight to 0 if I use
level 1, and you can use a resistance roll to get rid of it completely if you want.
Yeah. So, like, as this guy is swinging in with the pole arm, Rubik's pulls out like the fine saber as it's coming around, and blocks it with his dominant hand.
Okay.
Because I always imagine the palm pistol being like in the offhand.
It's like a left hand thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah, sounds like you're resisting with prowess. Yeah.
Yeah. So take 1 stress.
Cool.
What's song gonna do?
Yeah, I'm looking up a thing real quick,
And I took out one of those guys because that's a success, correct?
Yeah. So there's a guy is definitely dead. You shot him.
I took out a guy too. Maybe more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And so 2 humans and a dog have been thus far either incapacitated or now one's been murdered. So in the distance, we hear the bell toll and a Death Seeker crow takes flight. But in this moment, no one takes notice.
We're a little busy.
So I think like in the crow's foot's lit by electroplasmic lights, right? Because
just like every other district.
Yeah, so I think in the flickering of the light, like I've just taken this hit to the ribs. Thorn has run forward all crazy town and done her thing and gotten ripped to ribbons. Rubik's is like firing his weapon.
Yeah.
So I think this is all kind of going in slow motion for Song. And he's just like looking around and he's like, okay. I'm wearing a fine shadow cloak. So I am on par with the iron hooks or the bill hooks for like tier when I'm sneaking. I want to use all this distraction to get to Aaron.
Okay, yeah, you just want to like sneak by, like, get around this whole melee.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, while all this chaos is erupting around me, just like cut a clear path, like use it.
Just Batman your way over there.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, yeah, we'll call it desperate standard.
Okay. This is Prowl. I have a broken rib. I'm at 2 dice. I would like to push myself for effect.
Okay, so it's desperate great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Does anyone have stress they can help me with?
Yep, I will provide. I won't even provide it. I'm going to use foresight.
Oh, okay.
Because our
You're biggest... like Song. If this goes south,
yeah, like it's more of after we're done interrogating this kid, I want you to go ahead and take out whoever leads these people in this area.
Okay.
So you already have like a profile on Aaron, or?
Yeah, like I didn't know who it was going to be, but now that I know it's Aaron, it's just like, yeah, her leg's a little bit crippled, and you could use that to your advantage. Or she's blind in one eye.
Or so like whatever.
You could like sneak up on her left side, essentially.
All right. Prowl 3.
You could do it.
Yeah.
Great.
Desperate great.
Come on, invoke the Baroness.
I'm just not going to mark bonus die. So I lose a die for my wound, but I gain a die for my pushing myself. So
you want a devil's bargain?
He's pushing himself.
I'm pushing myself. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Never mind.
Well, I can devil's bargain for a die because I'm pushing myself for effect.
So. Yeah. So devil's bargain would be. Let's say, you sneak over to her, but you don't sneak up on her. Like, she's ready for you when you get there. But the rest of her crew, you slip by.
Okay.
So it's going to be like a fair fight, as it were, once you arrive at your destination.
I don't want to take that bargain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like fair fights.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, it isn't.
Don't be pedantic.
5. It works. But
something bad happens.
I mean, when does it not? Let's be honest. Whew.
this
Just
is
give me one moment here.
Uh-huh.
Doop, doop, doop.
oh man.
It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
So like you get there, you sneak slash like jump around or
Yeah.
whatever, like out athlete all of these people to get there. And so you just wanted to like have the drop on her basically.
I just want to have the drop on her, yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe our serious complication here is not like a direct result of your actions, but
Sure.
you hear someone down the way like ringing the like alarm bell,
Oh my gosh.
and it's like the bluecoats are going to be getting involved very soon. And so I'm going to start the clock.
Ooh.
Down here, this 8 count. Bluecoats arrive and break things up.
If you want to resist that, I have a feasible idea.
It's going to start with 3, and then also, in addition to that, y'all are going to get +1 heat.
Leave it for now.
Yeah, I can't. I have 2 stress.
We can resist it as it becomes a problem.
All right.
Okay.
So mark 1 heat on the crew sheet as well.
Have you already marked it?
Yes.
I guess that makes it my turn. And I've got literally 1 move in my arsenal that I can do, and then I'm out.
Can I follow up with my move first and see how that goes since I have the drop on her?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So what does you getting the drop on her look like? She's like just standing at the carriage or the wagon or whatever you want to call it.
It occurs to me maybe we should see if Song manages to stab this person in after the break.
Okay, sure.
After a word from our sponsor.
Cliffhanger. Dun, dun, dun. All right, we'll be right back with some more in just a couple minutes.